Guys, let's go for another Dallas Cowboys news spin. If you are a big fan, subscribe and let your like. Tell me which city you watch this video from. For Connor McGovern, there's no time like now to prove he can meet Cowboys' expectations. The guard is in a contract year, looking to elevate his game after going through a few roadblocks since he was drafted in 2019. For the past 3 weeks, Connor McGovern has played with his left elbow taped up. The Cowboys' starting left guard said he hyperextended it in warm-ups ahead of the matchup against the Los Angeles Rams in Week 5. That was the game he would play every snap. The game he would face an all-time talent in defensive tackle Aaron Donald. At that point, McGovern was still recovering from a high ankle sprain sustained on the 6th play of the opening drive against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Week 1. That injury knocked him out for 2 games. Hurting his left arm came at exactly the wrong time. I went up against someone with one arm and one leg, McGovern said. Maybe that's why, 4 years into his NFL career, the Penn State alum says he feels like a redshirt sophomore in college. This has been the most football the 25-year-old has played in 2 years. McGovern played all but 4 offensive snaps in Dallas' 26-17 loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. All but 4 snaps in a 24-6 win over the Lions. He went out with what appeared to be a right ankle injury at one point in the fourth quarter of Sunday's 49-29 win over Chicago, missing 12 snaps but eventually returning to the game. As with most players selected in the early rounds, high expectations follow the third-rounder who was picked 90th overall in the 2019 NFL Draft. McGovern simply hasn't had much of a chance to prove he can meet them until now. A pectoral injury axed his rookie season, and the pandemic came the following year, canceling much-needed OTAs and training camp. Now, McGovern has been elevated at left guard as he works alongside left tackles Jason Peters, a 9-time Pro Bowler and 2-time first-team All-Pro, and rookie first-round pick Tyler Smith. All-Pro left tackle Tyron Smith has been out all season with an injury. It's time for McGovern, whose contract expires after the season, to make his case for staying in Dallas. So far, his performance has been mixed. The left side has been a weak spot for the Cowboys' offensive line. Of the 78 guards graded by Pro Football Focus, McGovern ranks 51st in pass protection and 69th in run blocking. McGovern holds an overall PFF grade of 48.5 out of 100. Still, the 6'5", 308-pound lover of anime and the weight room exudes a positive attitude about his play and potential. He said it's mostly been the injuries that have stood in his way, and he notes he's performed through them. The biggest thing to improve upon is overall health, McGovern said. Quote, I'm always working on my technique, get my hands inside more. Take a better first step. Overall, just building toward that every day. But the speed of the game has also been a roadblock. McGovern said it has slowed for him, especially after last season when offensive coordinator Kellen Moore installed him at several different positions on offense, even fullback. That decision by Moore, McGovern said, helped his football IQ. Yet, after jumping around last season, he said he still feels like he's playing catch-up mentally and physically. I went almost 6 months without working upper body, so that was weird for me, McGovern said about the time off following his pectoral injury. Moore said on October 17 that he's seen progress from McGovern working in tandem with Tyler Smith, suggesting the Cowboys want to preserve Peters, who backs up McGovern, throughout the long season. He wants McGovern and Tyler Smith to get as many snaps as they can. Those two, as many times as they can be on the field together, practice together, all the adjustments, the calls, being on the same page, that's what football is up front, Moore said. I think it's been a good couple weeks with those guys working together and hopefully it continues to trend the right way. Right guard Zach Martin said McGovern is big and physical, but he can also move well. He said coming back from injury as McGovern has is difficult and that's what makes him a real tough guy. McGovern has several games left to prove himself to the Cowboys. Despite his grades this season, McGovern feels good about his upside, especially once he gets healthy. Always growing up, I've just tried to look at the positive things in life, McGovern said. I try not to look down, just take one day at a time, you know. Don't look ahead, don't look back. Sign up and leave your like, and I'll update you with news from Cowboys at any time.